Welcome
to a podcast that we do not know the name yet.
Yeah, that's right. So this is going to be a trial recording, a first trial
First draft.
of just doing our thing and see how it goes. We're going to have our advisor, Easy Cat, take a listen, take a look at this after we're done. So then...
Carl, are you still getting ready?
Yes, this is going to how it be when we don't have anything prepared. And so welcome to NBC/Jump with Laquita and Carl.
I'm Laquita.
Yep, and Carl.
That's Carl.
And so we basically wanted to do a show because we've always had conversations where we're like, oh my God, we should totally do a podcast or something.
Wait.
What is that? There is no starting over. This is a non-edited thing. We ain't gonna be editing this. This is gonna be real upfront in your face.
In your face.
We need to start drinking
Ow,
now.
You just smacked me.
That's right. Smacks galore every episode. Jason Easy Cat just stepped in here and said, like, our notifications are going off. There is no editing. There's no filter. Start drinking now.
Are we drinking on this thing?
We must. Cheers to our first trial episode that may not ever be released.
Oh, it's going to get released.
Really? We're only going to have half hour. We don't know how the audio sounds right now.
No.
Our lighting looks okay with no
lighting
makeup. But
I did kind of put on a little bit. Like, I just quickly, while I was in the car,
I put a little powder because I'm shiny. All right,
I was shiny too, so yeah.
No last looks. This is what we look like coming out of...
This is what we look like out of work.
Something and drinking.
Okay, cheers.
So, like I said, we normally wanted to do this because there's always certain things that we'd like to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we like to talk about...
And it was your suggestion. You wanted to do this, didn't you?
I like to talk. I like to talk a lot. And Carl's one of my best friends. I talk to him all the time. And sometimes we just get into these crazy conversations. And I was like, Carl, we need to start talking on a podcast. The world needs to hear some of the things that we talk about when we're just being us, when we're just being real. So that's what we started to do. Today is an unfiltered episode. All of them may be unfiltered. Who knows? I have somewhat of a structure that I forgot. So I started jotting stuff down. So we're going to try to stick to that. But, YOLO.
That's nice. Yeah, totally. This is, like I said, this is a trial to see how we go, how we do without any prep, without any nothing.
Little bit of prep.
Let's see.
5 minutes of prep.
Still going? It's not even been 2 minutes.
Well, no, it has been 2 minutes, but we stopped the original recording because Mom came out and yelled at us.
Yeah, so nobody want to hear this. So let's start.
Okay, so this first episode I wanted to do... What? No, I have something prepared. This first episode I wanted to do because you just got back from somewhere. Where did you go?
I just got out of the toilet like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding. That's not what she meant. Go on. What were you meaning?
Where did you
GenCon
go this weekend?
2023 with Easy Cat.
Yes. I was supposed to go to this. I told you guys for the last year that I was going to go, and then I didn't go.
No, you didn't. So next year.
Next year, for sure.
We're going to represent.
You heard it here first. Breaking news.
NPC Jump.
NPC Jump. One of those names will stick. We don't know which one yet. So I wanted to talk to you about GenCon. So how was it?
It was great. It was probably the best GenCon that Jason and I have had in the 6-7 years that we've gone.
Oh, wow.
It was lots of fun. Though we played the least board games of all the years.
That's what I found interesting, is that you told me you only played a couple games when I talked to you, like, the day you were coming back.
Yeah.
Why did you only play, like, 2-3 games?
Because Jason decided to go full-time doing content creation, and now he, like, went to GenCon as a professional press person, and so we went around, had meetings, and met people, devs, and we got to demo stuff and see stuff and talk to people about stuff and network and do all that stuff other than, sit down and play some games. But we did buy some games.
Oh.
And then we ended up playing maybe a handful by the end.
Okay. So I need to ask you, because I know what this place looks like as far as games. How many games did you get?
This year, I actually didn't count. Normally I count, and our average per year coming back is about like 20-ish games coming back. I think actually we got about the same, but it looks a little smaller because we got more small boxes, but we bought less games than we've ever had though.
Wow.
Because we were actually gifted games this year.
Oh, must be nice.
It was very nice. We were so grateful. But yeah, I think on average it's about 20, and it's, yeah.
So,
I actually bought one myself that I was like, I want this, Jason. And typically it's always like, Jason wants this, Jason wants that. And I'm like, really? But there's one I really wanted, which was called, I wanted to call it, and oh my God, I can't even say it.
Oh.
Homogeny, but it's not homogeny. It's hegemony. So those are two different things, and I kept calling it the wrong thing, but it's hegemony. And the reason why I like that game, because it's super real, LaQuia. It's so real. It's a 4-player game, and each person plays a different game, kind of. One person is the state, the other person is the capitalists, another person is the middle class, and then the lower class. And they all have different wants and needs and ways of playing, goals of playing, and we see who wins. You have to vote in it. It's like real life. I'm like, I want to play this game.
The capitalist one, huh?
We haven't played this yet. This is something we will be playing. But it's one of the more expensive games that we bought there, and it was because of me. Everything else is mostly Jason, mostly.
But that sounds like a cool game. I like games where people kind of have different objectives or like secret objectives. Resource building games, things like that. Yeah, and
this one's like asymmetrical, which is kind of fun. I like that. But Easy Cat was very hesitant to get this game because to him, he's normally our game leader who reads the rules and then teaches us the game. And that, it's easy for us because all we do is show up and then we have to listen and try not to fall asleep.
Yeah.
But he has to do that, and there's a little pressure for him because he's like, oh my God, an asymmetrical game. I'm going to spend the entire game teaching each person how to play
their path.
And I said, no, that's not necessarily true. There's certain games that each person has their own rules with asymmetrical games, but they're kind of self-explanatory because you read your own rules and then you play, unless you don't know how to read.
Or you could just throw them to the wolves. Yeah. Be like, all right, these are the normal game mechanics.
Jason will not just do that. He can't relax like that. So we need to make sure I will make sure I know how to play the game, and then I will roll out the game and host the game that night when we play it. How about that?
Oh, exclusive. You heard it here first. Carl's game night. Himaji? Himony?
No. Hegemony.
Hegemony.
I want to say homogeny, but that's a completely different thing. They're two different things. I thought it was one thing, but it's not. It's not homogeny. It's hegemony.
Hegemony. All right.
Yeah, so stop looking at your notes. This is supposed to be freestyle.
I'm not looking at my notes.
I'm just kidding. So, what have you been up to since we've been away?
Taking care of your cats.
Oh yeah,
that's been. I told you about the one day. I didn't tell you the full story. So one day I came over to cat sit, and it was oddly quiet, and it's because they heard me come in the door, and I get in there, and they're both just angels on the floor, and I look behind them, and there's a toilet paper roll that's just sprawled out everywhere, and I was like, "Oh, you've been busy," and I was like, "Fine, I get it. You've been busy." And I go in the bathroom, and all the little green bags are they're on the floor, all of them.
Yeah, I got her doggy poop bags to put the kitty stuff in.
Yeah, so that was fun. But that didn't happen until like Saturday, so they were pretty chill the rest of the time. And then I've been doing a lot of yoga. We started a new class. It's like a lyrical yoga where you're in a hoop. So that's fun. I'm super sore from it still.
I love that you're doing that.
I love it. And they have a bungee class as well, so I want to try that. But that's fun. It's a lot of strength, so I've been trying to lift some weights. So
that's good. I think you look good.
Thank you. You look good as well.
Thanks.
And then I've been playing I've been playing the closed beta for Palia.
Yes. As you came in the door, I was creating my character. I was very excited.
So that game is pretty fun. So Palia is kind of like a what would you call it? A cozy MMO, multiplayer MMO.
To me, it looks like you haven't played it, but Disney Dreamlight Valley.
But better.
Yeah, but it like because it's more adult, you can customize your character more. I think you can do more, but I don't know. But more because you're also hunting.
Yes.
And it's straight away multiplayer versus.
I will tell you something that was really funny. Is you learn how to hunt, so you learn how to use your bow and arrow, and there's these cute little like red. Was it like red panda looking creatures, and they're called choppas, and I'm like, oh, these things are cute. And as the NPC is teaching me to hunt, he's like, yeah, kill them. And I was like, oh, no, I cannot, they're so cute. How can I kill it?
Like they're like fantasy animals?
Yeah, they're like fantasy animals, and the NPC's like, you have to kill them. And I was heartbroken. I was like, how am I going to kill these cute little things? And then he tells me that they are an invasive species, which when I did, long story short, I did an internship last summer where I had to write a lot of blog content, and one of the clients was a pest control. So I learned a lot about invasive species and how like for instance, raccoons started on the East Coast. They're everywhere now because just one got over. And then they populate, and their gestation cycles are like ridiculous. It's like 4 weeks, and then they go again. So it was ridiculous.
Okay.
So once I heard that, I think I got PTSD from learning about invasive species, and now I've just been Katnissing it up. I've been killing all the choppas. It's great.
So these things are not our friends, but you thought they looked super cute.
I thought they were cute. I thought you could have one as like a pet or something, because people are walking around with pets. So I thought, I'm gonna go get one of these red panda looking things as a pet. No, you have to kill them. And they make weird noises.
Pet already?
I do not have a pet already.
How did you get a pet?
I don't know. I wanted to steal one from an NPC because he was being really rude. Oh. But I don't know. There's a lot of things. I only probably played maybe a total of 4 hours in the game. So I haven't played too much. Okay, maybe 6 hours. But so far I have a house. And a tent. I should get rid of the tent, but I have a house, and the house you can add on sections to it. So that's pretty cool. And then I've just been trying to upgrade all of my weapons and stuff. It's a fun game. I like it. I played a little bit of multiplayer, but the party wasn't working. Kept kicking me out every like 10 minutes. Because I joined a party with Mikey. So that was cool. But it's the same thing: foraging, fishing, building, crafting, cooking. I'm trying to learn new recipes, but the cook he's not coming off of his recipes.
I definitely feel like this is the game we've been waiting for to be able to play together.
Yeah, it's very like low stakes.
I want to take a quick break from what we've been talking about and discuss, because this is our trial episode, and I know we're just kind of just going off on whatever. Do you think that's a crappy style? Like, should we really have like
no we should have a flow of at least topics, like topic 1, topic 2, topic 3,
and then jump from one to the
that's
other.
What I had, and I didn't bring it. I don't know where it is. So yes, so it should be topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, introduction, maybe a transition.
Because otherwise, if we're just talking out of our asses like we normally would,
we'll just talk
people
about it.
Wouldn't listen to us, right? Or would they get bored?
No, I am giving you valuable information about Palia for anyone who hasn't gotten into the closed beta yet. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Choppas, kill them. They're cute, kill them.
So let's just say we just went from GenCon to Palia, right? So
and then our third topic.
We have a third?
We do. DC heroes and villains.
Oh. This is a game that I corralled people around me to play, except for Jason. Jason's the hardest. Easy Cat's the hardest to kind of get on board on anything I want to do.
Oh, yikes.
So he did not jump on that, but I got my sister to play it, Laquita, our friend Ricardo, even got Yu-Ting to play it. Even Mikey
played it for level 5.
Yeah, so this is a match 3 type of mobile game called DC Heroes and Villains. but it's a narrative, and even though it's match 3, I feel like that's important, but there's more of a focus on, I don't know, I feel like other match 3 games, there's a huge focus on, like, trying, like, oh, you're trying to eliminate these in the match, the match 3, like, like the Candy Crush stuff. It's not like that.
Yeah, because typically I am so he got me on board, because I hate DC. He got me on board. It's no secret. I hate DC.
Oh my God! Stop with the H. We don't use that word.
I very much dislike DC.
Okay.
I want Thanos to snap them away.
Oh damn.
Okay. Well, so he got me on board because I saw it was a match 3 game, and I love Bejeweled, Candy Crush, Farm Heroes. I can go on. So I got on, but
Heroes. That one was cute.
I know, it's so cute with the little crops. Yeah. And then every time you pop them, they're like, yes, I still play it. Aww. There's also one called Disney's Pop Town, which I play as well still. And that one's cool because you go through different lands.
Are you drinking?
Like, yes, I'm drinking. I'm talking right now.
Make sure she drinks.
Oh my gosh. So what's interesting about this game and what I really like about it is that not only are you matching, typically those games give you goals of how many colors or how many different things to do.
Mm-hmm.
This one
gets a little hard because of the
number of webs you have to do or whatever. Or you have to walk through a path, but to get through the path you have to select certain ones
so that the water comes through, or or do this and within these certain areas only, or get so many of these,
and you have a certain number of moves and blah blah blah.
It's not like that.
So what's interesting and cool about this one is that there's a fighting element in it.
Right.
So each hero has a different subclass that's like colors. Mm-hmm. So if you do 3 purple, it's going to power up a purple hero.
Yes.
And once you get their bar all the way powered up, you can use their ultimate or their special or whatever it is. And then the whole goal is not to get a certain number of whatever. The whole goal is to defeat the enemy. So it's more of like a fighting story-based match.
It is literally
There's a lot going on.
Literally a fighting game that uses mechanics of the match 3 to fight. It's interesting. It's not like the first of this type. There's other games that are like it, but we just don't, I guess we didn't really normally play them like that.
No.
Like they have a Puzzle Quest, which is like that, and they have Marvel Puzzle Quest, which is like that. In any case, I'm still playing, I'm still into it. My sister, not so much. We've been looking for a game to be able to play ourselves, just like we've been looking for games to play each other. But my sister and I want to play something that's together, but separate, where like you're playing your own game, but you can cooperate.
Yeah.
Like in a league or a guild.
Everyone's on Monopoly Go right now.
Oh, really? Well, she wanted to do that, and she plays Clash of Clans, and I was like,
oh, nice.
For me, it's like I've been there, done that, and then I was done with it. But I'm trying to get back into it for her. So DC Heroes and Villains. Are you hating it yet?
No, I'm not. I play it every day.
Me too.
I've started during the autoplay when I'm at work, so I can't really focus on it. But I need to be on my hour every hour to get certain rewards. So I just turn it on and I click autoplay, and I let it do its thing because I'm super powered up right now. So,
but leveling up is starting to get.
Well, yes,
like
that's how they get to. Because at first you get so many resources and so many things, and now So it's good. A funny story. I was telling Carl about some heroes or villains that I thought were really good, and Carl was like, "Oh, that's cool." And days later, he tells everybody, he's like, "Oh, this character is supposed to be really good according to random people on the internet." He did not take my word for it. I said it earlier. And I'm offended.
Well, but I don't know your pedigree in these type of games and your experience. So, I was like, oh, she just likes picking, her favorite characters, and they also all happen to be black. So I was like, oh, these are just some of her favorite characters. I get it.
You gotta support.
You should play your favorite characters. I didn't necessarily know that, oh, that is totally legit. Like, oh, that's really... But then I look at tier lists of people who literally do all the meta, work and be like, oh,
Mhm.
this character is like really good because of this and that. They, I just didn't know Laquita like that. This is something new in our relationship.
Well, I would never recommend characters to you based off of my preferences. I would just say, oh, no, this is who I have in my starting line. But I legit gave you facts. I gave you bullet points.
Yeah.
It's fine. So I'm talking about, if anyone's playing the DC heroes and villains, I'm talking specifically about Waller and Nubia. And they just happen to be black, gotta represent. And of course I picked them because they're black. But also I realize there's a lot of people that are of African American descent that are not that good. I don't like Black Lightning. I don't play him.
Okay.
I don't think he's a good character. At least not for my play style, honestly. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of them that I leave down there. But like Enchantress, I also really love, and I pick her over Poison Ivy, even though Poison Ivy is supposedly stronger.
Yeah, because I cheat in a lot of these type of games, like the gacha type of games. I don't go do the homework in regards to like finding up their stats and trying to figure out my own top 10. I go straight to other people's experience in their tier lists, and I know what to focus on from the very start of my game. Mm-hmm. And so I cheat like that, and I just go by tier lists.
Yeah.
In all the games I play now.
So based on your tier list, apart from Superman, who is the like character that is like OP?
OP?
Because I know Superman's supposed to be crazy.
Is it? Well, I mean, I haven't looked at a tier list recently, but when I was looking at them, I don't remember anyone mentioning anyone being particularly like, wow, this person is so OP. That I didn't get, but I did get that, like, Waller was, like, you had to have her.
So, fun fact, that character that I was telling him about is Amanda Waller.
Was it?
Yes, it definitely was.
It wasn't Nubia?
No. It was Amanda Waller. And she is a 3-star that is
oh my God, yeah,
arguably
3-star.
Arguably like better than some 5 stars.
S-tier.
So you heard it here first, yeah. Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
You guys give me my credit this time because he went by.
So look, we're on our 21-minute mark. We have like 8 minutes left.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a actually decent length. Even 20 minutes would be good if we were tight.
I think this is perfect. And then I have just a couple of ending things. And then I think
what kind of ending things do you have?
So first, cycling back to GenCon, as someone who has traversed many a board game convention, what tip would you give someone who's going to their very first convention?
Their first GenCon?
No, their first like board game convention. Or you know what?
Board game con?
Board game, yes. Let's keep it to board game so we have content later.
Well, I recommend doing. Okay, this is just me. I don't know that everyone should do this, but I'm gonna tell you what I like to do first, and then I guess I can make recommendations. But normally, I like to do some research in advance and see what is going to be introduced during this con, like what's exclusive there that you can't get anywhere else or isn't being released for months later. And so, they only have 100 copies, stuff like that. And so you start, researching what's coming out and what's going to be there and what's your top 10 go to, so that when you get there, you know what you want and try to get it before it's too late, before you regret it. But then the other half of that is, you really do want to enjoy yourself, but part of the joy in going the first time is not knowing what to expect and then over preparing and doing crazy things like having this list of these are all the games I'm going to get. I'm going to run from thing to thing and thing, and you have all this energy not knowing how it's going to kick your butt. And I think that's fine because I wouldn't recommend what we did our first year.
And what was that?
But we had a whole list of all the games we wanted, and we literally went from table to table to table. Then we got so many games our first day. I literally had a bag on my back, on the front, and 2 bags on each arm. I was like what do you call those?
Duffel bags?
No, I was like a mule.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
A mule,
a mule
carrying
thing, whatever. Yeah. And I had like literally 20 games on me and just like, dying. Like I would never want to do that ever again. But going your first time, you can go as hard as you want and not know any better, but then you just wouldn't want to do it again. But I think it's otherwise, yeah, you don't want to, maybe you don't want to go as crazy as that, but I think knowing what you want and knowing where it is so that you could get it is awesome. But then also take the time to eventually go through the whole floor and enjoy everything for what it is without that pressure. Have a seat, play a game, meet people, you know, and have fun.
Okay.
That's not great advice. I mean,
That's
it's
good
pretty
advice.
stereotypical advice, but...
Yeah, but as a seasoned board game connoisseur.
Yeah. So we hope you will join us next year, because it is
I will.
great.
I will. I'm marking it. I'll be done with school. I'm in.
And you know what?
What?
So it's hard for us to get hotels there. And so we couldn't get a hotel there this year, and that's why we stayed with our friend. But we're thinking in the future we want to try to get a hotel, and there's a bunch of hotels around there. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That we should try to get.
I'm down.
You know,
I'm so down.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
Okay.
So this is a podcast / thing that we'll put on YouTube eventually, probably, and just for engagement. Oh my god, I'm red from drinking. But feel free to like drop down some comments on what you thought of our first trial episode that may never be released.
It's getting released. I'm releasing it
and
this week.
Tell us about if you ever been to GenCon, or if you like board games and what board games do you like, and are you gonna play Palia? I don't even know how to say it.
I have asked so many people. Palia is the consensus. So
and oh yeah, and also we need to figure out Easy Cat is our unofficial advisor. So under his little banner, are we Easy Cat After Dark?
Oh,
meaning
no.
We're less wholesome, or are we completely wholesome under the Easy Cat brand unofficially? Because he might not officially want to associate with us.
You've said his name a lot. You've dropped it. There's no editing that out.
That's true.
You've said his name a lot.
That is true.
I don't think we would get too crazy. I wouldn't get too crazy.
But the fact that we mentioned that we were sipping beverages.
I wasn't going to mention that. You did.
Oh.
Again,
also,
I don't get too crazy.
I was just hoping to help us listen up on our first trial episode to see kind of how it went,
I think it went well.
But do you think we need to be more wholesome and not mention things?
We'll see how it goes. I mean, that's fine. You don't really drink anyway, so I don't even know where that came from. He does not drink.
I'm trying.
He said he's real, but he does not drink.
I don't. See, that's real, though. Look at how red I am.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so, but I'm trying to help us loosen up and
I think we'll be fine. I think next time I'll make sure to actually bring my episode list.
Okay.
To keep us more on task.
We'll talk about that in the future.
I think it's fine. I think everything went well.
We'll try to talk about general things, and then we'll also talk about more time-sensitive, specific things, like if we just watched a movie or played a game, or have words that we want to give about stuff.
Yeah. I think that would be good. It'll be good. Listen, eventually we'll have a name.
Is this a weekly thing?
It's going to be a weekly thing. Possibly. I have to see how school works out.
We're trying to make this, really simple. We're not trying to edit anything. We're not trying to make it all shiny and sparkly and have special effects and sound effects and stuff like that. We ain't got that budget or time, So, and in the future, we might not be shooting or filming or recording this together.
Yes. Well, we will be together, but not in person.
So we might be doing it via something, and so you'll just see on YouTube you'll see us on separate screens, but you won't know the difference if it's just on audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now we're just shooting for a half hour, because that's more is I mean, this is
already
a lot.
Obnoxious. I think we ended here. And we gave out tips. You gave out your GenCon tip. My tip is get Amanda Waller if you're playing DC Heroes and Villains. She's amazing. Level her up.
Do you think that we should have introduced ourselves more in the first ep?
I told you we need an introduction, and you press record.
You mean who are we?
You press record.
Who's Laquita?
We will do that next time, because we're out of time now. So Thank you so much for listening to NPC/Jump with
Jump!
Laquita and Carl. And we hope you guys will continue listening and playing games with us. And as Carl will always say, you'll always remember your first.